All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom out there. Bear with us. Let's check the feed. All right, Shalom. We live. All right, we are the brothers of Great Millstone Charlotte, back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Wadash. Before we get started, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect. That's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. And shalom to the elect out there, man. All right. Back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit. The title of the show we want to get into is called The Earth is Crying Out Against Him, Chased Out of the World, Pursuing the Job, the 18th chapter. All right. So as the brothers we were talking before we rolled the cameras, man, there's a great calling of this devil for, to be brought in for justice, man. We're in a time of what Yahweh Shema Shah's judgment. You got a priest.
Khan, like you were saying, man, it's a giant magnifying glass on Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, because the world is waking up to the wickedness that this devil is doing in the earth. So, like we're gonna get into in this lesson, Esau is pretty much being called out. Yep. So we can start with that first article.
Khan, let's get into it. All right, so this came out December 17th, 2023, and it's been fact-checked for you scoffers out there. All right, but the headline it reads, it says 79% of young Americans believe white people are evil and should be punished. Man,
that speaks for itself.
Speaks for itself, man. And that's pretty much plays into also, as we talked about, the division. Right? Esau is completely divided within himself. Matter of fact, I can read that real quick.
Come, go ahead.
Get the spirit rolling, right? Everything is crashing and burning right before his eyes. Okay. This is Mark chapter 3, verse 23, and it says, and he called unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out? Verse 24, it says, if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And we've been seeing division play out throughout the years, man. Every year it's getting worse. The civil divide within these political parties, the liberals, Democrats, the Republicans, right wing, left wing. All right, we're actually about to see a clash take place here in Babylon, man.
Right.
The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is on these Edomites to be divided amongst themselves, revealing their secrets and things like that. It's a heavy time of great exposure. You got to.
Hey, Baba Kushar, could you get that verse in the NLT? Because you said it's a clash that's about to happen. That's exactly what it says in the NLT.
Khan.
That's why, like you said, that spirit of division has been, being pumped heavily, in the airways, man. These different movies, like I said, that you could tell, all right, with this whole thing dealing with Trump, how that was it Colorado?
Yep, Colorado. Yep.
They pretty much, don't want him to be able to run for president. So he ain't gonna be able to go campaign in that state, and you got to trickle down to other states that's thinking about doing that as well. So we already know all them, those 1-6ers, that was pro-Trump, they ain't having that, man. Because if he can't be allowed to run, then they are planning on overthrowing this shit anyways, man.
Right. These Edomites are dead ass serious about Trump, man. Like they're actually looking at him as really to be a savior for this place, to really restore the economy, to bring back the life of America, if you will. Like they really believe in that shit. You see, right. So this is really going to lead to civil war. Shootings and crazy shit going on. But anyway, let me grab the scripture for you in the NLT. Right, it's Mark 3:23 NLT. All right, and I'll read it again here. It says Mark 3:23 NLT says Yahweh Shai called them over and responded with an illustration. How can Satan cast out Satan? He asked. Verse 24, a kingdom divided by civil war will collapse.
And that's what's brewing. That's that spirit of division the Lord is setting forth in the earth, man. Because just to add to that real quick, this is Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what, you know, the article is pretty much letting it be known that spirit division is in the air. Because what you're seeing, you know, is you got a lot of these people waking up to what's going on, you know. And the thing about it, as it said, 79% of young Americans believe white people are evil and should be punished. Because see, this younger generation, these millennials, they're not stupid like these older Jakes are out here, because they have the access to the internet. That's why when you go on social media, specifically like TikTok, for example, you're seeing all these videos of young Edomites, you know, young people, period, but mainly you're seeing a lot of Edomites bringing out information on their past. You know, all the things that their history has tried to hide, they're unearthing now, and a lot of them they're feeling guilty. That's why you have that term, you know, white guilt, because they feel guilty about what they've done in their past. So when they hear the Hebrew Israelites speak about judgment, they're really afraid, because they're seeing everything that their forefathers have done to set up this country and put their people into the position that they're in, and they're afraid that judgment's going to come to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I bring this out real quick?
You got it, brother.
This is the book of Obadiah in verse 2. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen; thou art greatly despised." And you're seeing that everybody's against the so-called white man, even down to the tribe of Amalek, because they're all Edomites at the end of the day, and everybody's starting to see that they're the problem of the earth. The so-called white man is the problem of the earth. Why everything is fucked up? Because the so-called white man hands has been upon it, man. That's why you're seeing the world is crying out against this goddamn devil, man.
Yeah, these Edomites are bearing their shame. I want to finish this out, and I want to add on to that. Right. So this is Mark chapter 3, verse 24. Again, it says a kingdom divided by civil war will collapse. It says, similarly, a family splintered by feuding will fall apart. Right. And it says, and if Satan be divided and fights against himself, how can he stand? He will never survive. You see that? So we're looking at the end as we go into the end of Babylon, the end of America. Right. I want to add on to that point that I made mention of about how these Edomites are pretty much bearing their shame. This is Lamentations 4:21. All right, because these prophecies speak. All right, Lamentations 4:21, it says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked." And that's what the Lord is doing through the Spirit. All right, these Edomites are drunken through pride, through arrogance. All right, their shameful history is coming about, and they're being made naked. All right. They're being exposed. Basically, their shame is being seen by the world. All right. And like Priest was saying, you know, these new generation of Edomites, they see, you know, how their forefathers got this land, got this world, and that shame is on them, man. You know, it says, verse 22, "The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion," because what? We're in the time of what? The Lord delivering the elect out of the nation of Israel. All right. And removing those curses from us. Right. And as we see now, Deuteronomy 30:7, that the curses are now starting to fall upon our enemies.
That's right.
It says, "He will no more carry thee away into captivity." See, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. You see that? And this is all going on. The lesson that I did earlier, going into the shameful spewing on his glory, this whole situation with Nasty Jeff and his counterparts. You know, all this information that's coming out, all your favorite celebrity Jakes, Edomites, all on this island, participating in satanic rituals and pedo, you know. So everything is coming out, man. You know.
Yeah. I got something to add to you real quick. This is Luke 8:17. "For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad."
Yeah, man. Everything is coming out, man. And when the Lord opened your eyes, you came into this truth, and you really got the understanding of what who the wicked is. You learning about fucking Monsanto, poison in the food supply. You learning about chemtrails. You learning about the so-called secret councils of this devil, what they do. The left hand side, the witchcraft, the sorcery, these ritual, all this shit, Hollywood, you
Hey,
know.
brothers all have the same testimonial, because what was like the beginning stages of you coming into the truth? You looking up like the Illuminati, learning about all the wicked, nasty shit they was doing, how these celebrities, how they make them, freak off, do all, type of nasty shit.
Yes.
So that's like the beginning stages, and then when the Lord actually wakes you up to the truth, and then you go into the deep crevices of what this devil be doing, man. Like it says in Psalm. Can you put it up on screen? Matter of fact, Psalms 64.
I got you, brother.
Yep.
Because this shit is all being brought out, and this is why it's becoming common knowledge now. Because like I said, you can go on all these platforms, and you got regular people bringing this information out now. So let it be known, everything is being brought to the foresight, or brought to the light, because Esau can no longer hide that, man.
Yep, that's it. You want me to jump straight to it, or you want me to start from the top?
Just go back to the point.
All right, so this is Psalm 64. As you see the heading here, prayer for deliverance from secret enemies, right? Psalm 64 and verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. You see? Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Going back to what? These bankers, man.
Right.
All right. The Illuminati, these so-called international banking families, these people who completely control everything about this earth, man. All right. It says, I'll read down to verse 5 or verse 6. It says, verse 3, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. It says that they may shoot.
If I can make a point with that, because what you've been having, like guys like, Bill Gates, and others speaking about what their plans are, and pretty much how they're telling the people now that they're ready to pretty much put you in perpetual slavery. Like you was going to the lesson you was going to earlier, how he said that he wants to genetically modify cows. All right, how they're telling you that they're going to have a breathing tax, carbon tax, social credit system. They're letting all this be known, because that's them putting their words into action to let you know they're about to come for everybody, man.
Yeah. Yep. That's him. Basically, he's letting the world know how he's about to forward his vision, his enterprise, man.
Right. He's making that sword known.
Exactly. Which is going to be a world dominated by artificial intelligence, man, where you're going to be in a digital captivity, man.
In the you're in the metaverse.
Ooh, matter of fact, since you spoke on that, I'm gonna just read the title of this article that shit just popped in my phone. But it says the next big player as money piles into into generative AI. So Esau was pretty much heavily investing into AI. Because like you said, that's about to be the new police of the earth.
Yep. But, hey, that goes back to that movie with Tom Cruise, Minority Report. They're already gonna. Remember, they had an article out. I know, Elder. I think we done a lesson on that, with how they already thinking they're gonna be able to arrest you before you even do the crime.
Yeah.
That's going back to Minority Report, man. And going back to the like the priest said, the AI technology. You walk in, they already scan you, and at the same time, they already know what you're thinking. That Black Mirror, all that shit. He has all that shit already planned out, man.
And that's
his next move.
It's like I was gonna say that, and they showing you that right now, because I know y'all been seeing. I've been seeing this shit like crazy. You try to watch certain YouTube videos, you keep getting that stupid ass ad talking about the government. If you're under 65, the government got a certain amount of money for you, and they're using these different celebrities, voices to try to trick you people into clicking that link so you can get scammed. So that's like the beginning stages of that shit. And you had the thing a couple months back where you had the scam likely calls that when you answer, they steal your voice. Set people up.
Because that one you talking about mainly be that damn Steve Harvey voice.
It'd be Steve Harvey. Shit, I done seen Andrew Tate on there now.
What?
Like,
you're right. I done seen his on there. That. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's Esau, man. I got a precept for you real quick, bro.
You got
it, still finishing that, Cap?
Yeah, I'll finish it off real quick. This is Psalm 64, verse 4. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. The perfect represent you Israelites. All right. Starting with the elect. It says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Verse 5, it says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily or privately.
Mm-hmm.
They say, who shall see them?
Mm-hmm.
You know, these secret councils, right? These EU summits, the Trilateral
Yeah.
Commission, all these
Yep.
wicked and secret councils, man.
All right, the
You know?
WEF summits.
Yep.
The coat, the melon summits, all of them, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's all really just the same thing. They're just basically just different periods of the time they want us to talk about the world domination.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. You know,
I
I'm gonna
got
finish
a
out.
precept for you. This is
All right.
any brothers can break it down. This is Isaiah
Yep.
chapter 25, verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face over the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Yep. So that covering cast is being taken away. The Lord is removing the veil. You know,
Mhm.
people are beginning to see. You know, and these, like you said, priest. You know, these things that we're talking about. This is like common. This is common conversation amongst people, man. People know about Esau's, Illuminati, so-called, and these secret councils, and basically who's really governing the earth, pretty much.
Right.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
know. So
Because
let me. Oh, Salaki, you had something. I wanted to finish.
no,
this last.
because that's true, Cap. Because look,
Yep.
I'm at work, and Issachar be like, man, you seen that movie Leave the World Behind, man? We gotta stay woke. When I
Yep.
just be looking at like Jake, it's deeper than that. But at the same time, people are catching on to what's really going on, man. But
Right.
Esau want people to catch on because that's like the brother priest brought out. I did a lesson on it like 2 nights ago, the revelation of method. That's part of their rituals. That's part of their little things they do. They want you to know what they do because that's Esau Edom trying to put himself as the Most High too, man. He's basically
Right.
trying to, in a way, tell you he's gonna do something before he do it, man. But these people they're catching on. They're like, man, this society is wicked. These people that run the society is wicked. They're doing all these things, but at the same time, they're not really doing anything about it, man. The only ones that's doing anything about it is the men of the Lord, man.
Right.
That's right.
People are questioning the state of the world, man.
Kind.
You know, everybody sees that the world is something's not right. The world is in shambles. You know, the brink of World War III. You know, just the shit that's being pushed, how people are being indoctrinated. You know, just everything, man. How they don't trust the system. They don't trust the people that so-called run the system. All that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to finish this out. Psalm 64:6. It says they search out iniquities. Right. His research.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is what he does. Prime
Yep.
example. I want to make a point real quick. Just drop this in here, right? This is another reason why the earth is crying out against them, right? So it says this came out back in November. It says UK approves CRISPR gene editing to create GMO humans. You see that? That's part of his diligent search, man, because he's doing all these things to set himself up as the Most High. He thinks he's God, you know,
Right.
splicing genes and crossing, DNA and all types of shit that this devil does. You know, he in his heart, it's just him boasting himself in his heart as him being the Most High. You know?
He had that one shit. What was it? The sleeve like type thing. Like certain celebrities die, something they can try to put their memory or something in type of sleeve or some type of shit.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you also had too, say it in code because it's fucking YouTube, but pretty much all the videos exposing the whole last 3 years, what was going on. So we know that's part of the showing that everybody is being awoken to what this devil is doing. Those iniquities are being searched out, and everybody's seeing that. Look, it's a whole Depop agenda that's taking place right now.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Psalm 64 verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought and every one of them in the heart is deep, man. The rabbit hole is deep when it comes to these Edomites.
Yes. Oh man, that shit, man.
Yes. Shit. And that's why. Can you pull the article back on the screen? Yep. That's why this is coming out, because like I said, these younger generation of people, they're more privy into accepting the truth rather than the old generation, because the older generation, they're kind of just like whatever, you try to tell them what's going on, they're not really trying to believe that because they're stuck in the old way of thinking, in America's early part of years, man. So this younger generation, they see what's going on, like you said, they're seeing the state of the world, and a lot of them, they're just bugged out anyway. But even in their bugged out state, they still can see like, yo, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
It's a gender war that gender war they're pushing. You know, dividing the line between male and female. Then you got the whole push for the alphabet. You know, the child. You know, abortions. And then, like you said, the whole just what Esau's doing on a worldwide scale, man. All right, everybody knew, you know, like for example, whenever they bombed, Saudi Arabia and killed that general, and there was the whole talk of World War III a couple of years ago, and everybody was scared.
Oh, the Iranian, Iranian,
Soleimani or something.
Yeah, that dude. So when that happened, they was like, look, they're about to lead everybody to World War III. We're about to get drafted and all that. So it's like, yo, why is America doing this? Why are these leaders doing this? Because they see that the motives of Esau is wicked. So we can just read like the first like couple paragraphs and to show that the tweet.
All right. So it says a new poll reveals that 79% of Americans between the age of 18 and 24 believe so-called white people are evil and should suffer some form of punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping down. Right.
You might have to blow that up.
Yeah, let me click it real quick. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna make it a little bigger. All right, so it says shock, 79% of Americans between 18 and 24 believe that so-called white people are oppressors.
Mm-hmm.
That this ideology should be favored today at universities and for employment.
Yeah. And just to add to that point, real quick, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Oh man, that's right on time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the children shall complain of an ungodly father, man, because these Edomites today are bearing the sins of their forefathers, man.
Exactly.
But the scriptures also say that you got to suffer the judgment for your forefathers. Isaiah, get that real quick. Isaiah 14. I'm gonna have you read back that scripture you brought out.
God. You said Isaiah what?
Isaiah 14 and verse
21.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, I'm right here.
God,
Isaiah
we brought that in a minute.
Yeah. I knocked the dust off this one. Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
Woo! See, for the iniquity of their fathers, man. So they got to suffer the judgment because essentially you are your forefathers coming back.
Right.
Mm-hmm. See, so the spirit is just heavy, man. You go back to that. You know, it's just you can't. But a nigga pop up and say that the Bible ain't true.
God, I'm gonna finish it out and I'll go back.
You got it, brother.
It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Because, like you said, they're having to bear the brunt of the action that their forefathers did. So this is why, hey, like I said, that fear is in the earth of if we're really the Edomites, we're fucked. Because everything that they're showing, like the whole thing when they was taking down all them statues of them old Edomites, the slave owners and Civil War leaders and all that, because they're ashamed of that history. Just like coming out with these different how different science got pretty much been like the father of gynecology. I forgot the dude's name. You know,
Plykin.
No, that's the vaccine guy.
Yo, okay, come on.
Yeah, you had the different books that are coming out showing what they was doing to Jake and in the plantation. Like for example, there's a picture that came up on Twitter. on YouTube. I reposted on my feed. So you got the Aunt Jemima, the whole the picture on the thing. So when you actually find the real picture, she's chained to a fucking table.
Yep.
And it said you can't really find that picture like that. So whatever brother found that, man, that was the spirit. But shit like that is what they're ashamed of, man. Because all this is coming out, so it proves. If you can read that title again on that tweet.
It says, shock, 79% of Americans between 18 to 24 believe that so-called white people are oppressors and that this ideology should be favored, quote, today at universities and for employment.
Right. So once again, Sirach chapter 41 and 7, the children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Because they should be reproached for his sake, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see all those the filed acts, All those things that you did to gain the land through rape, robbery, and murder is coming back to haunt your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what's going on right now. Like you said, the white guilt, right? So this
The white guilt, yep.
So pretty much, how about Shimei Awashai is pretty much turning this upon their own head. Let me get that for you real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is Psalm 7th chapter. All right, because this is all, like we said, this is also another component of what of Babylon's destruction.
Yep.
You know, all signs point to the end of this bitch.
Yeah, it's
This
over, man.
This is Psalm 7, right? And I started 14. This is Psalm 7 and 14. It says, "Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and have conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood." This whole society is based off lies, man.
Yep.
All right. It says, "He made a pit and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made." You see? It says, "His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon him, shall come down upon his own pate." Right? Let me read that in the NLT. All right. Same verses. Psalm 7 and 14 on down. It says, "The wicked conceive evil, they are pregnant with trouble, and give birth to lies." Man. It says, they dig a deep pit to trap others, then fall into it themselves. Man. Because everything is backfiring on them, man.
Right.
These agendas, the internet, you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, all these things is biting him in his ass right now. It says the trouble they make for others backfires on them. That's the spirit. the trouble they make for others backfires on them. The violence they plan falls on their own heads, right? Because here it is. They actually think they're going to implement a new world order or whatnot. But see, at the same time as this is being prepared, World War III is being prepared. Missiles is getting ready to be fired, man. Yahweh Shai is coming back.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So everything is just backfiring against them, man.
I want to add to what you said too, because you brought this out in a lesson a while back dealing with the with Elon Musk when he was talking about the AI, and he was like, pretty much they're not going to be able to control it because the AI is pretty much demons. That's like so that's going to backfire on them, just like everything that they're trying to do. Like when they try to implement this the MOTB, the backlash they're gonna get from that, they ain't gonna be able to control that. So everything is literally gonna spiral out of control. That's like when they say when you open Pandora's box, hey, you ain't gonna be able to put everything back in there, man. You know, so Esau's gonna lose control of this thing, man.
Exactly.
This is what the Most High wants to happen.
Yep. It's gonna go out. His end is gonna go out very chaotic, man. You know. Let's see if there's any more. Any more you want to read in this article?
That was pretty much it. I had another preset for that because what this article is saying, Esau proves himself. You know, like I said, their tongue shall fall upon themselves. So real quick, this is Hebrews Habakkuk 2:16. "Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory." Okay? And so the next article sets this up perfectly because as we were saying, man, Esau literally is being exposed to everybody. All right, the world is waking up to the devil, man. All right, like Tazama brought out earlier, hey, he's being made small among the heathen. Everybody wants a piece of him, man. That's why World War III is being pretty much, stirred up because these other heathen are growing sick and tired of the damn devil, man.
That's it, man. Reading this for you here. This is from thoughtnova.com. It says the global elite are now on wanted posters in Switzerland. And I want to make a point on that because usually, if I stand correct, if you're on a wanted poster, that means that you a fugitive.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And really, who are these people? These are the descendants of Cain, man. The descendants of the wicked, man. Because remember, Cain was he was on a run.
I got that for you.
He never.
I was about to grab it too.
He never really received this judgment, but we're now in the time of the descendants of these people are being judged. They're about to receive the judgment, man. So that's really spiritual, right?
Before we get Genesis, I wanted to get that Wisdom of Solomon for you because you just set that up.
Yep.
You want to pull on the screen first? Or
yep, I got you. Let's pull it up. Wisdom of Solomon.
1 and 9.
1 and 9. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 9. Here we go. All right, so this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 9 in the Apocrypha. And it reads, it says, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly.
Yep.
And the sound of his words shall come unto thee, shall come unto the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
Right. So an inquisition is being made into the works of you devils, man. And like I said, the whole world has been made known what you're doing. So that's why the article we read before says that 79% of young Americans believe that white people are evil and deserve punishment, because what's been coming out of everything that you've been doing is showing that you really are evil. All right.
Okay.
So when you look up this word inquisition in the etymology, it says a judicial investigation, act, or process of inquiring. And truthfully, how is that being done? By the men of the Lord. All right. Because we are the ones that's bringing out all the information of what you devils is doing. All right. Yeah, you're having certain Edomites, whistleblowers saying things too, but the majority of everything that's coming out, they get from us.
Yeah, we have the testimony. We hold the true testimony against them,
That's right.
Right. And as I said, the judicial investigation, act, or process of inquiring.
Yep.
All right. Because what happens when you go to court? The jury, they do what? They look into reasons to find out if the person being accused of a crime, if he's guilty or if he's innocent.
That's right. And you bring it before the judge, man. And we are the judges.
Exactly. Let me read. You want me to read that in the good news?
I got a little bit more on this, and you go ahead.
Go ahead.
It says a searching into, a seeking legal examination, a seeking of grounds for accusation, and then jumping down, it says that's it.
Con. All right, let me pull that in the good news. Same verse in the good news translation, Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 9. Let me pull that up. Bear with me 1 second. All right, so this is Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 9 in the good news translation. And it reads, it says, Salakia, this thing keep popping up. See if I can get rid of that. Let me make sure. You usually be able to click it off. Let me see if I can read it real fast. Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 9, and it reads, it says, the intentions of ungodly people will be closely examined. Their words will be reported to the Lord, and then they will get the punishment that their wickedness deserves. Whew, man.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
It's that, but it's also what I just read in Habakkuk 2 and 16, because it says that that the Lord, matter of fact, let me get it back. I'm gonna read it again. It says Habakkuk 2:16, thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee. All right, that's what we just read, man. Okay. Hey, you're gonna receive that punishment from the Lord's right hand, which is who? Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
Okay? It says, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that's what we're going into, man. That shameful spewing of everything that this devil is planning and what he has done in the past, man. He can't hide anything no more, man. Everything is being brought to the light.
Can't run.
That's why you had Bill Gates in a recent interview. He was saying pretty much how these so-called sea theories, how they're pretty much, hindering the process of what they're doing, because in one hand, he doesn't want everybody to know what they're doing, but in the other hand, because just the Most High is putting, the spirit on them to say what they're saying, he's boasting in what he's saying, but he's mad because people are catching wind of it, and they're looking these things up and seeing that this man is trying to fuck everybody up.
Yeah, exactly. I got something to add on to you real quick. These scriptures are hidden, man. This is Micah 2 and 3. It said, therefore, thus saith the Lord. Matter of fact, I got to read the top. Woe to your oppressors, right? It's the spirit. Micah 2 and 1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right. Esau was given power over the earth. He's the red horse in Revelation 6 and 4. Right. Power was given to him by the Most High. All right. It says, verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence. And this is how he's gained the world. All right. Through rape, robbery, and murder, pillaging. All right. Sanctions. Right. And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Right. Verse 3, it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, which ye should not remove your necks. So now we're in the time as we're reading here, right? These elites are wanted. They're on wanted posters in Switzerland. All right. They're being called out by the world, right? It says, neither should you go hardly, for this time is evil. This time is evil for Esau, man. All right. The point, Micah 2:4, in that day shall one take up a parable against you and lament with a doleful lamentation, right? And that's that great cry that's going on the earth against Esau. He's being called out, he's being revealed, exposed. All right. People, these nations are rising up for war against him. You see, he's about to be taken out, about to be taken down, man. Right? And say we be utterly be spoiled. He have changed the portion of my people. How he have removed it from me, turning away, he have divided our fields, man. And this is what Esau does, man. You know, divide and conquer, man. Seek and destroy, right? So you got it, priest. We can go into this article a little bit here.
Come on.
Right. So the title, it says the global elite are now wanted are now on wanted posters in Switzerland. And hold that, Genesis, the 4th chapter. All right. So it says some of the most popular and powerful names in the world today were put on wanted posters in Switzerland for crimes against humanity. The creators of the posters would like those pictured to be arrested for what they have done. All right. Some of the names on the list: Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, Rudolph Harari, Lucas Engelberger, Giorgio Mariani, Christine Meir, Alan Burset, Nathalie Rickley, Anthony Fauci, and Sylvia Steiner. Right? It says most people might be wondering why these particular individuals were selected, considering that the world has a lot of influential people who are not on posters. The people on this list are the, you know what, in the WF figureheads. There's a lot of anger throughout Europe. Right. Ooh, that's heavy. There's a lot of anger throughout Europe over the handling of various global affairs.
That division.
Yeah, because like I say, what's been going on just the last few years alone, man. All right. The whole Nord Stream pipeline 1 and 2 that got bombed, that pretty much, you know, messed up Europe. The whole situation going on in Ukraine, the situation going on over there at the Gaza Strip, you know, pretty much how Esau, you know, made the world shut down for 3 years and how that messed everybody up, you know. We can go on and on, man. The nations are pissed. Yeah. You know?
Yep. The nations are angry, right?
Yeah. And then on top of that, because, hey, in certain countries, it's not just Switzerland, you know, like, for example, you got in certain African countries, Bill Gates, he's wanted, you know, for experiments that he was doing on them Hamites. You had Queen Elizabeth, she was wanted in Canada, I believe, for whatever they was doing. You know, Hillary Clinton, they were wanted over there in Haiti. These elites are wanted all throughout the world, ultimately, man. But we know that they're not going to be brought to justice, because ultimately it's the Most High is going to bring justice to them, not, you know, the world powers.
Right.
I got one for you real quick, because you said Europe, because, you know, America stems from Europe. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 12. It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. And that's what you see, man. London, all them nations, all them the old world, as they say, they tired of America, man. Because they say that America's not for them, man. Like the brother said, the pipeline deal. They would look, last winter they was in there burning up furniture and things like that just to keep the house warm. Right. And America's over here just chilling. They ain't forgot about what America's done, man. So that's why the beast is gonna shoot missiles upon the whore, man. Because they see that they're not actually for them, man. It's a great division amongst themselves, man.
Yeah. All that, like you said, all that money that's being funneled to Ukraine and over there in small hat world, but here it is, you got all these problems in America. Where's that money coming from? You know, you got all this money to support all this other shit, but you can't even take care of your own home base. So people are just fucking pissed, man.
That's why you can't even support your own EU neighbors, man. You can't even support them. You sending money out for this war, but here it is. Their pipeline just got blown the hell up, and you can't even go over there and send them some money, man.
But then on top of that, like I said, you talking about at home. Like you said, all these different, problems going on here on American soil. And like I said, their whole main concern is making sure that, children can change sexes,
Right.
things like that. But then, like you said, you got these Edomites that see, okay, nah, these niggas ain't trying to help us, so we're gonna take matters into our own hands, man. That's where that division is brewing. But that division is brewing worldwide, and who's it all aimed at? The Edomites.
Exactly. Get that Genesis the 4th chapter. Let's go into that because that set it up.
Okay.
Genesis 4 started 12. All right, because this is going into how, after Cain slayed his brother Abel. All right.
Yeah, you gotta have the wanted pictures in the screen while you're reading it.
God. Let me just pull it up here.
God.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Bear with me. Go ahead.
It's Genesis chapter 4, verse 12. It says, when thou tillest the ground, I start at 11. It says, and now art thou cursed from the earth, which thou hast opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Verse 12, it says, when thou tillest the ground.
Was crying out. He was crying out. Go ahead.
It says, when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength.
Right. So because, and the reason is because what the descendants of the wicked are ruling this world. This is why the earth is pretty much in the situation that it's in. It's crying out.
Right.
Not yielding is strength.
The blood defileth the land too.
If I could add to you real quick, hold on, talking about Abu Shah, because Esau has to literally drain the world to get the resources from it. That's why everywhere that he has went, he's left a wasteland behind. Like Europe is known as pretty much like the bottomless pit because it has no resources. America they drain, Africa they drain. Certain parts of the Middle East, they so-called Middle East, they drain. This nigga is like a leech because the world is not lending, or the earth is not lending its strength to him, man.
That's right. It says, a fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Yep. Yeah, a fugitive and a vagabond. He would be a wanderer, man. He wouldn't have a set homeland, if you will. He's been a fugitive his whole time. Go ahead.
And that's what, didn't they call that the 49er, the wandering small hat?
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Because everywhere they went, they was getting kicked up out of there.
Yeah. And I got the word fugitive. It says one who flees, a runaway, a fugitive from justice.
Yeah, he's wanted. Going back to the picture, these people are wanted, man. Got it. I'll read on.
Con. In verse 13, it says, and Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold,
because he's been continuously on the run from judgment, man. Go ahead.
It says, behold, thou hast driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And it says, hold on, why is that? Something popped up. And it says, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. It shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Yeah, everyone that findeth me shall slay me, man. You see? And it's the same energy that's going on now. Now you're being exposed, you're being found out. Now these people want to slay you, man. For all of the wickedness that you've done throughout the planet Earth. And I'm gonna get that in a second. Finish that off.
And it says, and the Lord said unto him, therefore, whosoever slay of Cain, vengeance shall I take on him sevenfold. And the Lord says, set a mark upon Cain, lest any find of him shall kill him.
Yeah, that mark of Cain. And the Lord took away his pigmentation, man. But the point is that this Cain had a hedge, so to speak, for a particular amount of time. But now we're starting to see that hedge slowly get taken away. Right now on this side, Esau has had immunity. How you say the word immunity, right? But now the Lord is is taking it away. Now we're at the point where look, these nations are ready to touch him, man. Yep. You see that? And I want to make a point just to add on real quick about where it said that he was a vagabond. Hold on, bear with me. I want to read this. All right, this is Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 5. All right. There's a word I want to get, but let me read this real quick. Habakkuk 2 and 5, it says, yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, which goes back to those wicked philosophies and ideologies that he spread throughout the planet Earth. It says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. You see that? So everywhere he goes, he causes nothing but chaos and destruction, man. Right? And it says that he cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Now I want to hit this word. Bear with me. Let me see if I can find it. Neither keepeth at home. Was this it? Salakia, let me see. Yeah, here we go. Neither keep it at home, right here in the lexicon. So it says, he is a proud man and does not rest, but seeks disturbances and wars. See, that's his spirit. Yep. You know, everywhere around the planet Earth, he seeks disturbances and wars. He's in everybody's affairs. He's infiltrating societies, countries, killing leaders that are not with the Western agenda, setting up their puppet leaders, spreading democracy, which has been corrupted nations. You see what I'm saying? This is who he is. This is his spirit, right? Just wanted to bring that out.
I have something for you real quick to add on to you.
Come on.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse, right to the point, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend, matter of fact, I'm starting at 16. It says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. And that's what these global elite are doing. All right? Because here it is, they're coming on these different platforms and talking about how they want to bring peace to the world. Like you're seeing the whole, carbon thing, the whole thing where pretty much the electric cars, everything they're trying to tell you is what they're in their minds thinking that it's going to bring forth world peace, helping mankind, but actually it's to pretty much enslave humanity, man. Right. That's the pit that it's talking about, slavery. Mm-hmm. It says he will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood, because they want to depop the world, man.
Yep, exactly.
It says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. And we always go into the different examples that after all these different disasters that took place, Esau was always the first one there giving them so-called aid. Like what happened with Hawaii. When they had those fires, Esau was right there. I'm going to give you this amount of money to pretty much, help you rebuild. And then months later, we come to find out Mark Zuckerberg is over there building a goddamn bunker. All right, you had a couple years back dealing with the earthquake in Haiti. Yep. Who was over there, snatching up children? The Clintons, man. These are just examples. You can go in that all day too. Every type of a natural disaster, Esau is always right there giving the help, because he's the one that created the shit, man. Yep. It says he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. But the point being, like to add on to what Ashar was saying, man. All right, this devil is pretty much being called out, because everything that's coming to light of what he's been doing is just further proving the fact that, man, he's being called out, man.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Yep. This is the wicked, man. Let me get a quick scripture. You had something, Tazma?
Hey, have we brought out 2 Thessalonians yet?
Nope. You can bring that up.
Come on. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2. Let's pull it up. We'll jump straight to the point. Start at 3. Con. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except that coming and falling away first, except that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that's what you're seeing, man. As the brothers is going into, the son of perdition is Esau Edom. He's being revealed in his time, man. For all the atrocities, all the things that he's been doing, going all the way back to the garden, man, going back to the serpent, man, even to this present time, he's been revealed as the wicked, man. And it says, who opposes and exalt himself above all that is called Yahweh, and or that is worship. So he that is Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, sitting in the temple of Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, showing himself that he is Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. And that's what you see he's trying to do. Esau Edom, with this AI technology, with all his weaponry, he's trying to put himself up as he's the most high, man. That's why he's coming with all these different various things, like the brother just brought out the splicing of the genes, trying to genetically modify animals and humans, because he's trying to set himself up as the Lord, man. That's why he has this technology. What was it in a Fast and Fury movie, God's Eye? He wants to see all things as one. He wants to be as the Most High, man. That's what he's trying to set himself up to be, man. And it says,
add to your point, because what he's trying to do is pretty much reshape the world in his image.
Oh yeah, beautiful point. That's right. That's right. Which is wickedness.
This is his vision. His vision. He's trying to forward his vision, man, of a pseudo kingdom. You know, a world that's ran completely by the left hand, man, which is not going to happen.
As a priest, I always say, what a dystopia, goddamn Futurama and shit.
Right.
Niggas with titties and goddamn just all types of weirdo shit.
Robots. No genders, none of that. You know?
Robot strippers
and shit.
Right. No boundaries, no nothing. That's the world that he's trying to create on Earth. And that's why this world is going to be destroyed.
That's right.
It says,
oh, you have some more? Go ahead.
It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know that withholder, that he might be revealed in his time. So this is the time where the Lord is revealing Esau Edom for who he is, just as his lesson, man. People are seeing that the so-called white man is the problem. He is the problem why things are all fucked up, man. This young generation is waking up and looking out like, damn, you white people are the problem. Everything going back to the history to now leads up to you. You are the reason why everything's fucked up.
Right.
It's not the so-called Negro that you keep putting on the news as the thug and the criminal and the Spanish. You're the one funding all this shit, man. Exactly. And the Lord got it where Esau Edom so damn stupid, he'll put it on Netflix how he's the one funding the drug wars and all these various different things, all this damn shit with the child trafficking. He's doing this shit. The Most High putting the spirit on your own people to expose yourself, man. Yep. Here's the point. Verse 7. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity do already work. Only he who will let until he be taken out of the way. So the Most High set this devil up for a period of time till he get him out the way, man. That's why you go to Job 9:24, said the earth was handed over to the wicked. The Most High gave this earth over to the wicked for a period of time, man. And we're in that time where Esau Edom, the wicked, is in a position of rulership, man.
That's it, man. This Proverbs 29:2, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear of rule, the people mourn, you know. So as we see, you know, the world is in the state of mourning and crying out against him. All right. And I'll get that in Job too. All right. This is why this current rulership, that's why when you hear brothers say, look, the earth, it's time for the earth to receive a new management. Now you get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the proper rulers are not they're not on the throne, but they're about to be put back in that position, starting with Yahushua, man.
But that adds to what we always bring out in Romans. The whole creation growing into this point because it's waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God, because under the sons of the wicked, everybody's in a state of mourning. Everybody's fucked up.
Exactly. Job 18:15, real quick. It says, matter of fact, I start at 14. It says, Job 18:14, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. All right, going into Yahushai. And we see that the confidence is being rooted out of his tabernacle, his dwelling place, man. Mm-hmm. You know, the whole pride of this place is done, man. People are not in that spirit, man. You know, they're trying to keep it alive, but it's a dying spirit.
That shit
And
dead as hell.
another example of that too is how he's rushing. He has to keep speeding up his agenda because he sees that his time is running out, so his confidence is being rooted out in that way too.
That's true too. Exactly, man. The morale of this place, man, is whack. Everything is trash. The bread and circus is garbage. The music is garbage. The people are garbage. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything about this place is finished. It
It's
says,
done.
and it should dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. How did he get this land? All right, through rape, robbery, and murder, destruction. All right. It should dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone should be scattered upon his habitations, which is going to be the missiles. World War III, it says his roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. All right, his lineage is going to be taken out. Thus said the scriptures, it says his remembrance shall perish from the earth. See? And he shall have no more name in the street, right? So all of these monumental, statues and his so-called history and the shit that he did, that's going to be irrelevant, man.
Yep.
All right, in the time to come. Okay?
Right.
He ain't gonna have no remembrance. Well, this is where Esau dwelled. This is what he accomplished. That's not even gonna be talked about. It says, verse 18, he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. You see? And should be chased out of the world. This is why the earth is rising up against him. All right, just going back to the article real quick. And I wanted to read what I had highlighted in the purple down there, man. But this is why he's being chased out of the world. People are becoming privy to what these people have done, what they're doing in the state of the world, man.
Yep.
Right? So let me just read this here down in the purple, and I'll pass it back to you, brothers. It says, Switzerland has also been protesting, and wanted posters reflect their feelings towards these influential individuals. Many believe these people are out to violate our privacy, introduce climate lockdowns, and make sure the public owns nothing, and generally have total control over our lives. And this is true. And he's doing it, and how he's going to do it, like we mentioned, by the way of this artificial intelligence, man. All right, a digital enslavement. All right, and I actually posted a video on my presets page going into that, man. All right, on how that AI can actually read your dreams, your brain activity, your thoughts. Like this is real left-handed, technology that this man has. It says World Economic Forum has been accused of bringing about economic, social, and environmental problems. Not surprisingly, the protests are aimed at smashing WEF. Right, and we'll leave it there, unless you want me to read some more. But I'm gonna pass it to you, brother. Let you speak.
Khan, I just want to add into that because pretty much, Esau is being exposed on everything with that. So, because the world is waking up to the fact of how he's even in this position. Because one thing we always bring out about those guys that's on that poster, who elected them to be in that position for them to be in, man? Like with the Rothschilds and all these people, like they're how they were able to pretty much get into power. That's known now, how they pretty much scammed the whole. That's really what it was. They scammed the whole world by pretty much establishing that Babylonian money magic system, putting the whole world in debt to a point they can never pay them back. So they're all in the state of perpetual slavery.
Right.
So just to add on to that, this is James chapter 5 verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you. Because all the things that you have done to gain your wealth is being pretty much called out. And as we get closer to this destruction, okay, these nations are going to begin to, like we're seeing slowly taking place, taking alliances, to pretty much, ally against you,
Right.
And as we continue to call you out on these things, man, the world is going to wake up more and more and rebel against these devils.
That's right.
It says, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. It's like as it were fire. You have reaped treasure together for the last days. So the Most High allows you to pretty much get all these riches accumulated so that you can cough them up in the end, because that's our riches anyway. We're gonna get all that back when you're taken down. It
Mm-hmm.
says, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth." Because while the rest of the world is crying out, the Lord is truly hearing our cries, man, the Israelites, because we're the ones that's suffering the most under this devil's rulership. Okay, so as we're bringing out all this information, he's really mad at us for bringing this out rather than everybody else talking shit. Because one thing talking about was saying earlier, everybody's waking up, but when they start bringing the hammer down, these people are gonna fall in line though, man. So they don't give a
Yep.
damn about these rest of these people that are speaking. They're only concerned with us because they know that Yahweh is about to come back and redeem us for our cries that we're staying against him.
That's
That's
it.
right.
That's it.
It
That's
says,
right.
"Which is of you kept back by fraud." It's like, "Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields," which talking about us. All right. "Which of you is kept back by fraud crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped have entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth, which is Yahweh Shah, the Lord of armies. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and have been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter." All right. And you're being set up, all right, to pretty much be slaughtered, man. The Lord is allowing you to get fat so that when he slaughters you, man, you're going to be perfect and right for the sacrifice, man. You know?
That's right.
So as we continue to call these devils out, all right, it's just setting the stage up for that judgment the Lord's about to bring. So like we said, we are those judges, and we're also, giving the testimony to why this devil is wicked, man.
That's it, man. Hey, let me add on to you, man. I'll leave you with one more scripture. You know what I'm saying? Obadiah 1:27, just to add on to what you said. All right. This is the book of Obadiah 1:27, or 1:21, Salakia. Obadiah 1:21, it says, "And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion," the saviors representing the prophets, "and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau." See?
Mm,
And mountains represent major government. So the prophets are judging the government of Esau. His power structure is being judged by the prophets, man, which is
right.
ultimately being judged by Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai.
Mm-hmm.
It says, and the saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai. So that's the message that we're coming with, that this kingdom is going to be taken over by Yahweh Shai when he returns. You know, it's always been the message of the prophets, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Because as you read, it says the saviors, because we're the only one that's advocating for these devils to be brought to justice and the world to be, made better. And that's
That's
only going
right.
to happen when Yahweh Bashim Al Shai removes these niggas out the power seat and places us there, the ones that's truly profitable.
that's right, brother.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right. What's that? Psalms 94:16. Who should stand up for the
Mm-hmm.
evildoers?
Yep.
Yeah. The only one, like you said, the only ones that standing up for, but it really, as they say in the word, really got a backbone is us.
Exactly.
Okay.
Everybody else is now, as the brother DeBar say, toilet tissue.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
Because they, like I said, they're talking, but they're not putting forth no action. All right, we're the only ones that's really making the difference by bringing out this word.
That's right, brother. That's
Mm-hmm.
right. I was just looking at the bottom of this article here, see if anything else we could take out before we wrap it up. Yeah, that's pretty much the point.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's weird because that's why they set up guys like Kanye to speak what's going on, so they're justified of actually categorizing all them people and
Mm-hmm.
putting them in some type of, you know what I'm saying, categorizing them so they can justify coming down on that wrath upon them, man. They set that nigga up too.
right? Of course. Yep.
Right.
So that's it, man. Y'all brothers got anything else you want to bring out?
Thanks to
No,
Total
that was
Wine,
it.
you saved more.
All right. All right. So before we wrap it up, I want to say this too. Because as I was bringing out in the lesson I brought out earlier about the Nasty Jeff, at the same time, right? You got this. Let me just play this real quick, Akim, because we talked about, hey, distractions were gonna pop up, right?
Yep.
So as of what, 9 hours ago, Biden issues pardons for thousands convicted of marijuana charges. Right? So this shit,
Oh shit.
it just comes out of nowhere, and we know that they're doing this to appease for these votes and all of that. Esau ain't slick as they come up for this 2024 election campaign, but at the same time, all these things are aiding in distraction.
Yeah, because if I can say that before you play it, they're doing that because like they're about to release the list. You know, whatever else they're planning, everything is pretty much about to hit at once. So we know that Esau does these things while the people are distracted by, you got the Christmas games that's about to come on Monday.
Yeah,
Football season still going on, and then like I said, just you got this now, so it's just distractions upon distractions, man.
that's right.
Due to sweeping pardon for thousands of people convicted of marijuana possession or use in D.C. and on federal lands. He also commuted the sentences of 11 people serving time for nonviolent drug charges, including some who were serving life sentences for crimes the White House says would be eligible for significantly lower sentences if they were charged today. NBC's Aaron Gilchrist joins us now from the White House. Aaron, good morning. So what specifically is included in this?
So, Jose, you laid it out there nicely. There are two pieces to what the president has done today. The first, as you mentioned, is granting clemency, commuting the sentences of 11 people. And you showed their names on the screen there a moment ago. These are all people who were convicted of nonviolent drug offenses, according to the White House. And these are all people whose sentences ranged anywhere from 15 years in prison to life in prison. And the president has said that he's commuting these sentences, as he's actually done in the past during his administration, because of reforms to laws around drug offenses, and the reality, he says, that each of these people would have been receiving shorter sentences had they been convicted of a crime more recently. And the president says that this is an effort to uphold the values of redemption and rehabilitation, and that is why he is shortening these sentences. Some people will be released from prison next year. Others will serve significantly less than life in prison, if you will. The other piece of this action today by the president is this really a blanket pardon for certain marijuana offenses as it relates to D.C. law and federal law. We're talking about simple possession of marijuana, attempted simple possession of marijuana, and use of marijuana. And this is what the president has described as a full, complete, and unconditional pardon for all of these offenses. So we can expect to see the DOJ and other agencies, prosecution offices looking at cases now across the country and releasing some of these people who've been convicted of these sorts of crimes as a result of the president's pardon today, Jose.
Perfect distractions, man. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they're going to advocate and making it legal all, worldwide. It's just the timing is perfect for all of this shit that's going on. And then we'll wrap it up after this. I had to play this, Akim. All right. Just some more information on Nasty Jeff, right?
Tommy Fearless Larry, welcome to you, Tommy. Two things I want to talk to you about. One is this bombshell news that the names of more than 170 associates of convicted sex offender, and obviously is dead now, Jeffrey Epstein, could be made public in early January after a ruling from a US judge, including, we hear, Prince Andrew, but also another host of rich, famous, powerful people. This could be quite devastating, couldn't it?
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, Piers. I'd like to think that this is actually going to be released, but it feels like we've been promised this for so long. And then there's always the redactions. There's always some reason that this gets hidden. And I'll tell you this, the names on that list and the flight logs and everything involving this, there's a reason it's been hidden so long. It's because the elites that are on it, the elites that are connected to it, they are very nervous, but they also wield a lot of power. Piers, do you think if it was a bunch of conservative talk show hosts or Fox News personalities that were involved in this or potentially on a list, do you think it would be hidden for so long?
I think it must be amazing.
So. If Donald Trump was on that list.
The number of people who've been held to account for being around Epstein when this stuff was going on is minuscule compared to the numbers that we know were flocking over to that island on his plane.
Right, and a lot of these folks claim they have no knowledge of all the nefarious things going on, the sex trafficking, the prostitution rings. They claim they have no knowledge, but I think we all know that that's probably not true. So we need to see the names. We need full transparency here. I don't know why elites and oftentimes liberal leftist elites go to such lengths to shield pedophiles and child predators, but it's really becoming a trend and quite the problem, if you ask me.
Well, talking of problems, let's say what...
We'll leave it right there. You can watch the rest on your own. This is why it's time for you, Edomite, to go.
Right.
Period, man. This is why it's time, man. It's time. He's being exposed. The earth is crying out against him. He should be chased out of the world, man. All right. Point blank, period, man. So we'll leave it like that, not to rant too much, But we just pray that the lesson was edifying. Y'all brothers got any closing statements?
Yeah,
man.
Crazy.
So hey, we pray that you were edified out there. We're gonna close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to our Joachim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect. Let's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.